Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hana Febrianti Rahayu with students number 232122122 from class D. And here I will explain about grammar translation method or GTM. Okay. So, what is GTM? According to Elmayanti 2015, GTM grammar translation method is a foreign language teaching method derived from the classical or sometimes called traditional method of teaching Greek and Latin. The method requires students to translate whole text word for word and memorize numerous grammatical rules and exception as well as enormous vocabulary lists. And then the definition. Grammar translation method is a traditional way of teaching foreign language. In the class, students learn grammatical rules and apply them by translating from L1 to L2. And the characteristics of grammar translation method. A fundamental purpose of teaching the target language through grammar translation method is to be able to read literature written in the target language. In addition, according to Satyadi, list the major characteristics of grammar translation method as follows. First, classes are taught in the mother tongue, with little active use of the target language. And second, much vocabulary is taught in the form of lists of isolated words, and then long elaborate explanation of the intricacies of grammar are given. And grammar provides the rules for putting words together, and instruction often focuses on the form and inflection of words. And the next, reading of difficult classical text is begun early, and little attention is paid to the context of texts, which are treated as exercises in grammatical analysis. And then often the only drills are exercises in translating disconnected sentences from the target language into the mother tongue. And little or no attention is given to pronunciation. And last, the focus is on accuracy and not fluency. Okay, so in grammar translation method, focus on noun and pronoun case for practical in classroom for me. And the pre-task, the teacher using L1 quickly defines nouns and pronouns. The focus immediately shifts to the pronoun case system. And then the teacher use L1. Today we study the three cases of pronouns, subject, object, and possessive. And then the material display the complete subjective, objective, and possessive pronoun. And then the teacher explain the pronoun case system use L1. And for the core, students are given a list of sentences in the native language or L1 and must accurately translate them into the target language L2. The sentences are specifically crafted to challenge the correct use of noun or pronoun case. And the focus, the teacher walks through the translation one by one, strictly correcting any mistakes of pronoun case. And then translation sentences L1 to L2, like first, L1, dia dan saya pergi ke kedai buku semalam. The focus, subjective case. And then second, L1, guru memberikan hadiah itu kepada mereka dan saya. And the focus is objective case. And then the students quickly completed a short written exercise to assess their immediate understanding of the rules. And then the students show the results of their work by writing their answer on the Padlet provided. So, for the example of implementing this method in the classroom, you can see this video.
Good morning, students. Good morning. Today we are going to focus on a very important topic in English, okay, for pronouns and nouns. So, noun and pronoun case, as you can see, ada 3 kasus utama yang harus kita kuasai. Yang pertama itu adalah subjective case. Nah, ini digunakan ketika kata ganti bertindak sebagai subjek atau pelaku. Contoh, I went, he is here. And then second, objective case. Digunakan ketika kata ganti bertindak sebagai objek atau menerima tindakan atau juga datang setelah preposisi. Contohnya, give it to me, she saw him. And last, possessive adjective. Digunakan untuk menunjukkan kepemilikan. Kasus ini terbagi 2, kata sifat posesif atau possessive adjective, dan yang terakhir kata ganti posesif atau possessive pronoun. Nah, sekarang kita akan menguji pemahaman kalian melalui terjemahan dari bahasa Indonesia ke bahasa Inggris. Untuk kalimat pertama, dia dan saya pergi ke kedai buku semalam. Perhatikan, dia dan saya adalah pelaku atau subjek dari kata kerja pergi. Oleh karena itu, kita mesti menggunakan kasus subjektif atau subjective case. Saya menjadi I, bukan me. Nah, jadi jawaban yang benar itu adalah he and I went to the bookstore yesterday. Lalu selanjutnya untuk kalimat yang kedua, guru memberikan hadiah itu kepada mereka dan saya. Di sini mereka dan saya bukanlah subjek, tetapi objek kepada preposisi to. Kita menggunakan kasus objektif, mereka menjadi them dan saya menjadi me. Dan jawaban yang betul adalah the teacher gave the gift to them and me. And selanjutnya kita akan mengerjakan sebuah kuis ya. Saya akan share di Padlet. Linknya saya akan share di grup kelas.